Hello everyone, this is Naveen here. I hope everyone is doing good. I know there is a big gap between this video and the previous one, so apologize for that. And before we get into today's content, I have a quick update for you. Okay, I just need your suggestions about it. So soon, I'm planning to come live. So I was thinking about different things like whether we should have a technical session or do some sort of workshop, which like we could do, let's say, for half a day or so, or you guys want to just have a general discussion about database, cloud, etc. So please do let me know in the comment section like what you want to, have in the live session so that I can plan accordingly. Okay. So with that, now let's move on to today's session. Okay. So I was working with one of my friend, so where he showed me this service which is there with AWS, okay, called AWS Simple Email Service. Okay, the as the name says, right? So this is an email service which AWS is providing. Okay, and I was just exploring like why can't we use this for database emails? So because DB emails also like we send it. We just need SMTP server to send emails, right? So that's when I was just exploring and I got to know like yes, this is something possible with AWS SES service. So that's why I thought of showing you a quick demo on how to set up things, and we can just quickly set up. I'll show it to you from the scratch and we will do a test email and see how it goes. Okay, so now let's get started. I'll switch my screen to the AWS console. So this is the AWS SES service, simple email service. Okay. Um, if you want to like search, all you have to do is just come here and do SES. Okay. This is the service which I opened, and let's get started. Okay. The very first thing is, okay, send your first email. Okay. And we have to create a identity first. Okay. Let's go ahead and create it. So you have two options, okay, identity type as two. So when you work for your company, so in those scenarios, you might have to go with your domain. Since this is my lab environment, so I'll go with the email as the identity type. So let's give my email address. I'll quickly give it, and that's it. So let's create the identity. So what happens is, as soon as you do this, you're going to get an email which you have to authenticate. Okay, you have to validate basically. Let me quickly show you verified identities. So it says verification pending. Okay, let me go to my inbox. So this is the email which I just got. So let's click on this link to verify our email, and done. So one part is done. So now if I refresh this console, okay, let's go back here 1 minute. I think this should, I could have just switched the window there itself, but that's fine. Let's go and see verified. Okay, now we have this identity status as verified. Okay, so what this says is like we saw there were two options. Instead of domain, we are verifying with our identity as an email one. Okay, and we have chosen, I have chosen my email address. Now let's go to the SMTP settings. Let's create a SMTP credential. Okay, okay, before even creating it. Okay, so this is the SMTP endpoint. So basically this would be our SMTP server which we would be using. So this server name is going to vary depending on what location you're going to choose. So here we have gone with US East 1. That's why you see this location. And these are the different ports which are available. Okay, I think the default, let's go with the 25. Okay, which we have it in the DB email console itself. And this requires TLS. That's fine. So I'll just make a note saying TLS is, or that's okay. Like there are just few parameters, right? Now we have to create a SMTP credential, okay? Because when you set up the DB email, you have to authenticate or you have to talk to the SMTP server, right? So for that, you just need a separate credential using which we'll be doing that authentication. Okay, let me go ahead and create this, and let's see. So this is my SMTP username and password. Okay, let me just copy this here. This is going to be the username and password. If you want, you could also have it downloaded. Okay, now, okay, so we have SMTP server details, port number, username and password using which we are going to authenticate. Now let me switch the screen to Management Studio, and let's quickly uh, configure our database email. Okay, so set up database email by performing the below task. Let's go with this, and I'll just say, let's define a profile name. I'll just say AWS SES profile. Okay, let's go and let's create a new account. Okay, I'll say DB email and outgoing mail server SMTP. Okay, here I'm going to give the email address which I have verified. Okay, so let me give this display name. Let's say DB alerts, for example, and reply email. I'll say no reply at tech with geeks geeks.com, and this is where I'm going to give the SMTP server which we have taken from the other screen. Okay, let's take this and I'll put it here, port 25. So this requires a secure connection. Just we have to enable this, and this is where we have to supply the username and password to authenticate. Okay, let's copy the username and give it here. This is the password. So let me put that also here. So that's all. So we are done. Let's go ahead and see if we are able to send our SQL instance. I'll do a send test email and I'll be using this SES profile. Let me put my email address. Okay, so this is my email address. Let's send a test email. Okay, done. So now let's go to the inbox and let's see if we are receiving the email. Okay, yeah, there you go. So now we have got an email from our SQL instance using AWS SES. Okay, so this is the display name we gave. Okay, if I do reply, you're going to see the reply address, whatever we have given. So with this, like, it should be easy for you to set up database email using this service which Amazon is providing. So you could take this to any cloud. It could be on Azure or GCP as well. So, or it could be your on-premise as well. Okay. So you could use this anywhere and easily set up your database email for alerting. So that's it, guys. So that's all I had, and I hope you liked it. So please do let me know your thoughts or comments in the comment section. Okay. Thank you.